Emma Raducanu receives crucial advice from former coach on overcoming Aryna Sabalenka, Rybakina's stumbling block. Emma Raducanu's 2026 season has commenced with significant turbulence, marked by early exits and major struggles against higher-ranked opposition. Following a disappointing second-round departure from the Australian Open and a mixed performance in other tournaments, the British number 1 faces renewed scrutiny regarding her ability to challenge the top-ranked women, including Aryna Sabalenka, Rybakina, and others. Amid these challenges, her former coach has offered technical guidance to revitalize her game and address the areas that hinder her progress against top-tier rivals. Mark Petchey's advice for taking on Aryna Sabalenka, Rybakina, and others. Raducanu's 2026 campaign began on a difficult note at the United Cup in Perth, where she lost 3-6, 6-3, 1-6 to Maria Sakkari, after withdrawing from her opening match against Naomi Osaka. She then travelled to the Hobart International to gain some momentum, but was bested by Australian wildcard Taylor Preston 6-2, 6-4 in the quarterfinals despite being the top seed. Her struggles continued at the first Grand Slam of the year, as she lost to Anastasia Potapova 7-6, 3, 6-2 in Melbourne, exposing a lack of intensity in her play that prevented a clash with world number 1 Sabalenka. While she reached the final in Cluj-Napoca, she again lost her rhythm, losing 0-6, 2-6 to Sorana Cîrstea in the championship match. Addressing these inconsistent performances, Mark Petchey provided technical advice to the British number 1. She needs to stay up on the baseline. She needs to be able to redirect, and she needs to serve well. And if she can put those components on the court, she's going to give herself a chance to win big matches, Petchey advised, pinpointing the exact adjustments required to compete with powerful baseliners. Petchey considered the positive side, noting the ranking points she earned, but said her overall level needs to be elevated. I thought she did well to kind of get through the draw. I don't necessarily feel as though her tennis was where it needed to be, he assessed. He emphasized that she must take her time to work on her skills and challenge the big hitters. I think she's got a good 3 to 4 weeks of hard work to get her tennis back to where you would like to see her be in terms of being able to challenge those big hitters, which has obviously been in recent times the stumbling block for her. And there is still work to do to put that piece of the puzzle back together so that she can feel very comfortable with what she's doing out on the tennis court, Petchey stated, highlighting the demands of professional tennis. I would think that she will feel as though her tennis needs to go up quite a few gears if she's going to suddenly get back out on the court with Sabalenka and Rybakina, Petchey concluded, summarizing the need to step up her gameplay. Emma Raducanu's concerning status on the WTA Tour. The concern about Raducanu's trajectory is heightened by her statistical record against top players. The 23-year-old has found it increasingly difficult to beat power players like Aryna Sabalenka and Rybakina, as evidenced by the head-to-head record. If we take a look at the current top 4 women on the tour, Raducanu has lost all 12 matches against them, including 3 against Sabalenka, 5 against Swiatek, 2 against Rybakina, and 2 against Goff. What's even more concerning is that 6 out of these 12 meetings are from 2025. Raducanu's inability to consistently make deep runs at tournaments was starkly highlighted when she reached the semifinals of the Transylvania Open. A social media account posted that this was only the 5th tour-level semifinal of her entire career, a statistic that underscores her inconsistent form since her breakout US Open victory in 2021. This statistic prompted a blunt response from tennis legend Boris Becker, who asked, "That's it?" His response reflects the wider confusion within the tennis community regarding how a Grand Slam champion has struggled to replicate deep tournament runs. Tennis. Emma Raducanu, breaking through the barriers, advice, resolve, and the road ahead in the unforgiving world of professional tennis. The difference between greatness and near greatness can feel like a razor's edge, a matter of inches, milliseconds, belief, and strategy. For Emma Raducanu, the British star whose meteoric rise to global fame began with her stunning 2021 US Open Championship as a qualifier, that edge has sometimes felt elusive in recent seasons. Amid persistent struggles against the sport's elite, Emma's journey has become one of resilience, reinvention, and urgent recalibration, and now, crucially, of advice from a seasoned mentor to help her tackle the towering obstacles posed by top players like Aryna Sabalenka and Elena Rybakina. Mantelpiece clock from fairy tale to formative years. Emma Raducanu's early ascent was the stuff of legend. At just 18, the young Londoner electrified the tennis world with her stunning US Open victory in 2021, a run marked by fearless shot-making, fierce determination, and an indomitable spirit. That triumph instantly catapulted her into the spotlight, but it also set a daunting benchmark against which every future performance would be judged. In the years that followed, Raducanu confronted the realities that many prodigies face: intense expectations, physical setbacks, and the constant grind of the WTA Tour's elite competition. Multiple injuries, coaching changes, and inconsistent form have made sustained success harder to secure than her historic breakthrough suggested. By 2026, her performances had fluctuated enough that observers raised tough questions about her ability to contend with powerful top-ranked players, especially Aryna Sabalenka and Elena Rybakina. Both Grand Slam champions and forces of nature on tour, brain the modern tennis battleground. Sabalenka and Rybakina's one thing to shine in select moments. But the modern women's tour, with its depth of talent, relentless athleticism, and mental toughness across the top ranks, demands more: consistency, strategy, and the ability to keep up physically and psychologically with the very best. Players like Aryna Sabalenka and Elena Rybakina embody these qualities. Sabalenka's heavy ground strokes, immense power, and competitive ferocity make her a formidable opponent at any stage of a match. Rybakina's fluid serve, quick rhythm, and ability to flip momentum have helped her secure multiple major titles and confound even the most seasoned rivals. Against these elite talents, Raducanu's head-to-head struggles have been stark, an unvarnished reality check that underlines the gap she still seeks to close. As reported recently, she has been unable to secure victories against the current top 4 women on tour, which include Sabalenka and Rybakina. For many, this statistic may feel cold or clinical, but for Raducanu, a fiercely competitive athlete with obvious talent, it's a challenge and an opportunity, the chance to evolve her game, strengthen her mental and tactical framework, and reinvent her competitive identity. Adult school crucial advice from a trusted mentor. This is where the wisdom of experience comes into play. Mark Petchey, a respected coach and Raducanu's former mentor, recently offered guidance that goes beyond simple encouragement. It's strategic and concrete. In assessing Raducanu's recent performances, Petchey did not shy away from acknowledging the clear areas where she needs refinement. His message was direct: elevate your baseline.